Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Okay, I received a letter from somebody. Obviously, I'm going to censor their name. Slightly disturbing, which I wanted to share with you. And obviously, I'll share a screenshot, but I'll keep the name censored and other details. Okay, before I do share with you this letter, okay, I would always caution you, please don't believe everything I say. Use a little bit of discretion because, maybe someone is just saying stories. Maybe it's true, maybe it's false. That's why I tell you, don't believe anyone, whether it's me or whether it's Gulf News, Khaleej Times, CNN, BBC, any outlet. Do your own due diligence. That's number one. The second thing is, not everything is bad, not everything is gloomy. Obviously, I can't keep sharing everything that is good and everything that is bad. I only cherry pick and choose the bits of news that I feel is worth sharing. Okay. Last, if not the least, please don't panic. Okay. It's not all that bad. There is good and there is bad. Okay. So, and one last thing before I do read that letter that was given to me. Congratulations to those people of you who got called for interviews. Some of you got jobs. Congratulations. Happy for you. The rest of you finished the interview. Maybe there's a second or maybe there's a third, whatever. They will get in touch with you. Please don't keep sending me emails. When is the next interview? I don't get involved in the process. I told you, whoever forwards their resume, it's a free service. I forward it to them because they pay me. Those of you who are my clients, who have paid money, I get in touch with you individually on every step of the way. And last, if not the least, some of you, I've told you this before repeatedly over and over again. What works in your country does not necessarily work in the Middle East. Okay, you may be from Canada, Australia, India. So the stuff, the mannerisms, the 5 day a week, 8 hours only, or just because maybe in third world countries you pay a little bit of bribe and you say we can look at mutual. What benefits are you? Don't say this in the interview. How many times have I told you people? But still. And then I think the most ridiculous out of all of them was asking 10 times the salary what you are currently getting. People are not stupid, my dear friend. Just as you can research online, they can also research and find out what is going on back home. What are the salaries? Okay, anyway, that's a different story. So let's go on with this letter. Like I said, take it with a pinch of salt. And I will censor the details and you can put your comments and thoughts down below. Okay. So the title says sensational news. It's a forward. Resident employees are lifetime banned to enter UAE due to company closure. So as for the subject matter, it says the employees or the residents of UAE are lifetime banned from entering UAE because the company closed down. So let's read. His address I've censored, date I've censored, all that. I don't want anyone to know. To my dear Loy, yes, my dear, I need your help by posting this as a video. At least the Sheikh will see your video and helpful for us to remove our ban. I don't know if a Sheikh watches my video. I really don't know. No Sheikh has called me and told me, Yahi, I watch your video. How are you? But yes, they do. Emiratis, locals, and yes, there are some people, I don't want to take names, they do watch the video. But it's not like all the Sheikhs are tuned in. Where is Loy's next video? Okay. So anyway, it would be nice if I know that all the big sheikhs are watching my video, but yes, some of them do watch. Okay, anyway, so subject is lifetime ban and blacklist is issued to employees by the immigration. So here it seems the company owner issued absconding to employees during the closure of the company, and the employees are lifetime banned and blacklisted to enter the UAE. I know this to be a fact because there are many owners who, I don't know, for some stupid reason, is it because they'll get some benefits or they will get some, their visas come back or compensation. I don't know what it is, but personally speaking, I really feel it is a vindictive, it is a very sadistic move by company owners, especially sadly, especially our Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis. They tend to do this because, I don't know, is it revenge or what they want to prove, or maybe they want to run away and say that, oh, these people have, because I know some of the companies, and this has happened to me also. whereby the person I worked for, because we broke off in not so good terms, the owner wanted to teach me a lesson and they put a ban. However, in my case, because they say contacts, connections, vasta as they call it, I was able to remove these falsely put claims or these bans, and I was able to come into the country. That is why when people say, "Oh, why don't you say that you got banned?" They banned me unlawfully, and I was able to get it removed. Because if it was legal, if it was proved that I was guilty for anything in particular, I would never be able to come into the country. Okay, so for those of you who keep weaving this narrative, I got banned. I told you, 2011, I was wrongfully banned and kicked out of the country by the Malayali guy who was selling fake degrees, and I got the ban removed and I came back. So your half truth that you say, oh, you got banned, why don't you say that? Yeah, how about you complete the sentence and say, I got banned unlawfully and I came back to the country. I got banned illegally and I came back to the country, so there was no ban. I left UAE on my terms when I made the money. So just saying. Okay. So in this case, what is happening is the company owner issues a ban and the employees don't have the contacts, connections, vasta, money, and they can't enter. And remember one more thing, even if you have the money, do not take a battle to court with the owner of the company. The owner of the company tends to have resources, money, and liquidity that can go for months and months and years, and he can drag on the court case till kingdom come. You as an employee, you may not have infinite resources, and you obviously will not be able to renew your visa. You'll not be able to take up another job. You will be the loser. And in the end, what happens is, even if you're asking for pending salaries and they take you to court, in the end, even if you do win, the lawyer gets a big chunk of it. The expenses for the court, the moving up and down, the time wastage, you'll hardly get peanuts. It's not worth it. Trust me. In many cases, I've actually told people, just forfeit the salary, shake hands, tell him bye bye, and in a nice way. I know many people say, oh, you don't have guts and courage. My dear friend, I have been in UAE. I lived in UAE. I've seen disasters. You can't fight the system. You can't challenge powerful individuals. You can't challenge people with power. And especially if it's from the sheikh or the sheikh family, anybody, you can't touch them, man. Yeah, it's like I find it so comedic when someone says, I'm going to take, like Sheikh Mohammed's company. He's the, main person or someone in the family. I'm going to take them to court. You're going to take Sheikh Mohammed's company to Sheikh Mohammed's court in a country run by Sheikh Mohammed, and the employees who are working under Sheikh Mohammed are going to, going to make Sheikh Mohammed, they're going to tell Sheikh Mohammed, oh, you're guilty? Are you stupid? You're a special kind of stupid, I would say. Okay. So it says, I would like to request you to report a major issue facing by thousands of employees. This, I remember the last I got a letter like this was from UAE Exchange, where, after BR Shetty, all that fiasco took place, the majority of people working in his fintech company in UAE Exchange and, that healthcare, NMC, all of them didn't get paid. And majority of them were well educated and they ended up getting stuck. I remember some of them had their nose up in the air, their ego so high. Well, their careers got destroyed, I would say. At least for a period of 5 years, they suffered, many of them. Most of the company is closed due to the COVID pandemic, which is still, many companies are reeling from that. During closure of the company, still the visa of the employees are not expired. Don't mind the English. He's saying their visa was not expired. Company owners are now closing the company and running away. The reason they're running away is because they have to pay creditors, they have to pay banks, they have to pay loans, they have to pay, you took material on credit, PDC, you have to pay them back. So when they realize, okay, they took the material on credit for a project and the project is cancelled, now they're left with the material and they have to pay the money. So the best is just to abscond. And this still happens. But now, strangely, in Gulf News, Khaleej Times, and National, they don't report this anymore. They're just totally stopped. I don't know why, but all the reporters, all the newspapers no longer report news like this. It's just a total shadow ban of such, reports. And it's still happening, by the way. Company owners are closing. Okay, even a phone call or email, nothing is not reachable. Company owners reporting all the employees are absconding ban in Dubai immigration during company closure. This is nothing new. It still goes on, but they keep it very hush-hush. Whenever employees go to cancel their visa because they have got a new job offer, the new company will ask the old company for the visa cancellation. Yes, you need a visa cancellation to show, okay, the visa is cancelled, and sometimes no objection, or I can join. Employees will go to Tashheel, which is where they do all the legal work to cancel labor, and labor cancellation, they say, is an easy process. But after obtaining the labor cancellation paper, the employee will get a call from labor. Tashheel, I forgot, man. It has been so long. I even forgot what is it. Wait, let me see. I'm being at least honest. I forgot what is Tashheel. Wait, let me Google search Tashheel. Tashheel UAE. So what is Tashheel? Tashheel, several steps, a place where UAE visa application process is made quick and easy. Getting old, man. I'm really getting old. Tashheel is an online system of government under the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization, providing a complete spectrum of application processes and more on the Ministry of Labor. Well, link will be put down below. See, I'm getting old. And you might think, I've been in UAE so many years, you don't know this. Baba, I'm getting old, man. How many things do I have to remember? Okay, employees will go to Tashheel to cancel. So that is an online place where you have to do all the government stuff. Okay, resources. And they also focus on emiratization. How is emiratization going on? That was their vision, right? They keep announcing big, big things. Okay. But after obtaining the labor cancellation, employees will get a call from the labor by instructions to go to Al Awir Immigration, which is very popular. Al Awir Jail, Al Awir Immigration, Al Awir, kind of industrial area, for the visa cancellation paper. Once they reach Al Awir Immigration, the immigration rude staff will inform them they have an abscond case and ban. See, the staff generally, why they are rude. I've spoken to a couple of Emiratis who are working there. They are just tired, they are fed up, and you need to understand they're dealing with not high profile like VIPs, they are dealing with laborers, they're dealing with Bangladeshi, Pakistani, Sri Lankan. Now, don't jump the gun and, how dare you're racist, why Indians are poor and this and that. It's just that these individuals, they are not they're not the smartest one in the block, and obviously they are not going to dress up in a suit and tie. They're wearing their laborer clothes, they're looking like laborers. Sometimes they can't even understand English, so give them a break, But the problem is, these guys, Emiratis, obviously, who are earning more, or the people who are working there, they look down on them, which is out of frustration, I could say. They're just fed up. Okay, so it's not a glamorous job. So that is why. And sometimes these people, if you talk to them nicely, they sit on your head. So the only way is to shout and scream and chase them off. Okay. Bring your ticket and go back to your country. Very common phrase. In a way, it's like a put down. It's like a disrespect. Go back to your country. Because it's more like fuck off. But if you have money, faddal, welcome, they say. Okay. Even though the employees have a new offer letter from the new sponsor, still immigration are not listening to anything. See, over here, I'd like to tell you that if your sponsor is powerful, if your sponsor is influential, especially if he's Emirati or he has contacts in the Ministry of Government, trust me, they can remove it. They can remove it. And I'm proof of this, that they can remove it if you have a strong sponsor or someone with contacts, connections, vasta. Okay. See, like I've told you, from the age of 31 till 40, I stayed in UAE with all these tattoos, with all this. How was it possible? Well, because, vasta, contacts, connections. You don't have that, then, but remember, even if you have contacts and connections, keep a low profile. Don't make a big noise. Don't brag about it on social media. I was to be very respectful, mind my own business, and yes, follow the loopholes of the system. That is why I was able to stay in UAE, no headaches, even without working under someone, my own visa, which you can buy for cash. And nowadays, UAE is doing that openly, but it's still more expensive. I lived my life. There are many people who live in UAE with visa for cash, which is nothing new. If you're there, you'd know this. Okay. Because this ignorant immigration staff saying to innocent people that tell your old company sponsor to cancel your visa and tell your old sponsor to remove your abscond. See, they are not saying anything wrong. They are just following protocol. And remember this, once it is in the system, you can't change the system. There are many people who say, I went and changed the system. Yeah, it's a one-off thing. It doesn't happen. Try getting a fine. If you get a fine or they call it mukhalfa, you can't remove it unless and until you have some wasta or contacts or connections. Others, they'll say, Yahi, it's in the system. I can't do anything. Sorry. Okay. It is common sense that the old company has already closed and the old company sponsor run away somewhere, but this is happening in Dubai Al Awir immigration. See, even though it's common sense, these people who are working there are employees. They are not owners, or they are not big shots, or they are not like, they don't owe the government. They just want their salary and they want to go back home, and they are not going to go out of the way because you're not related to them. They don't get any benefit. So you just follow the protocol. That's what they'll tell you. Thousands of people are affected by this issue, which I would say is very true. Not only them, it is women who give birth, having an affair and they didn't get married. Those children are stateless, and that is also still happening. Okay. And yes, unpaid salaries, very much a reality. Delayed salaries, very much a reality. But like I said before when I started the video, not everything is bad, gloom and doom. I'm giving you the cases where, see, like even in your country, there's nothing perfect. So every country has their own challenges. Okay, keep that in mind. These innocent employees working in the company is sent back to their country, India, Philippines, Pakistan, etc., by providing them an immigration ban and blacklist because of absconding case filed by the old owner. This is still a reality. And also, I still also keep getting calls from India, Pakistan, not calls, messages. India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, where else? Philippines and all that. They've taken a bank loan and they want to go somewhere else. Be careful, be careful. If you go in the Middle East, well, you're going to have disco. If you go somewhere else, no problem. But on the other hand, if you pass through the Middle East or you take any carrier that is there and you have a nice sizable account, get ready. You can have a nice surprise. Okay. And don't say that I didn't tell you. Because once you're in jail, don't send me, oh, my husband or my brother or this is in jail. Baba, it's not my country. It's not my father is working there waiting to remove people who have not paid the money. I've told you before, you take the money, you better pay it. Don't give bullshit. Who asked you to take the money? I'm also requesting Khaleej Times to report this major serious issue. They are not going to be bothered because they are just worried of their jobs. Check Khaleej Times Gulf News National. Not one single negative news about UAE ever since COVID, after COVID. They've just totally stopped, completely stopped. No negative news. At least the ruler will know about this. He is very well aware, but he has bigger fish to fry. And the ruler will provide a solution to withdraw absconding cases closed by the closed company's owners or sponsors. See, it might sound like very easy. Oh, okay, everyone who ran away, all the owners, all the employees, we will take care. If they put their hands into this, then they will have to listen to salaries are not paid, then the news reporters will get involved, then the social media will explode, then you'll have outside people talking shit about UAE. So it'll just release a Pandora's box of disasters. So the best thing is they don't want to get involved. And I know this because I speak to Emiratis who are there working in immigration or in the CID or police or whatever. Like, why should they get involved? What benefit do they get out of this? So there's nothing but a major headache after that. So that's why they don't get on. That's why all positive news, happy news, If you ask anyone, call center of GDRFA. I got the full form here. GDRFA is the General Directorate of Residency and Foreign Affairs. What a big name, man. Can't you have a small name? General Directorate of Residency and Foreign Affairs. It is a government entity that regulates the entry and exit of international travelers from Dubai as well as the residency of foreign nationals in the city. And yes, before you even ask me the question, Loy, what are the new rules and all that? I've told you this before with my videos. UAE laws are like, the Middle East, not just UAE. It's like having an underwear. You keep changing it. Their laws are like underwear. They just keep changing it. And I hope they change their underwears anyway. But yeah, see, one of the main reasons why they change the rules and regulations is because they just want to achieve their short-term goals. Long-term, they never focus on. That is why Palm Island 2, 3, waterfront, canal, all these towers, all these projects, all these cities, Falcon City and all that, they're just incomplete. I've told you this before hundreds of times. Anyway, okay. So they'll inform you, there are simple steps. They'll say, just go to immigration, but the situation of immigration is horrible. And I'll give my solution at the end. But the real fact is what is happening in Al Awir immigration is horrible, horrible. Immigration will tell you, we will cancel your visa, but you buy the air ticket. Well, because you don't buy the air ticket, you will be stuck in the country. Once you bring the ticket the same day, they'll eye scan, and send you back to your country with a lifetime ban and blacklist because of absconding cases by the old company sponsor. Now, Keep this much in mind. It is not that they are doing this left, right, and center. These are one of rare cases where the owner absconds from the country, and they have predominantly, if you ask me, it is construction companies, contracting companies, these kind of companies. Normally, if it is a small company, they tend not to do that. I know many small companies where they went under a loss and they told the guy, listen, you sign the paper here, you go your way, I go my way. Otherwise, we can drag it on. So there it's easy. But where you have 100, 200, 500, 1,000 employees, laborers, and there it becomes a big ultra mess. In Abu Dhabi, I am aware of places where they didn't pay the salaries and the government officials got involved and made sure their salaries are paid. But where an Emirati was the owner or someone powerful, there they didn't touch it. Okay, so this happens everywhere. Okay, final thing before I do conclude. What is the solution? The solution is very simple. See, listen, if you are in a limbo and you do not know what to do, where to go, the last place where you can, which I suggest, is go to your consulate. If you're an Indian passport holder, go to the Indian embassy, Pakistani embassy, Philippine embassy. There they have people who are sitting there who guide their citizens. Okay, agreed, they are not going to give you a new job, or they are not going to give you money, or they are not going to say, okay, we'll solve all your problems, but at least you'll get a ticket to go back home. Something is better than nothing, right? And in places where they don't give you your passport or they blackmail you, or in worse cases, which I've even heard, where they tell the girl, come and sleep with me one night, or they blackmail this guy, give me the money or don't give the passport. Remember this, the passport belongs to the country of the origin, to the government. So Indian passport belongs to the government of India, the government of Pakistan, government of Philippines. No individual is allowed to seize the passport. They just don't have the authority. The country can put you in jail, the government authorities, but they'll deport you. They'll not keep you there, but they'll never keep your passport. It's a legal, document, a document from the government of the country, issuing country. So it's not to be played around with. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Like I said, take it with a pinch of salt. You don't have to believe a word I say, because many of you have this, oh, fake news, everything is perfect. Fine, whatever you want to say. And I also have told you, not everything is bad, gloom and doom. And the only reason I share these news with you is because they are not published anywhere. That is why I share this. I get many other bits of news. Oh, my boyfriend left me. Oh, the owner had sex with me. Oh, I have a baby. Those one-off things I don't mention. Sometimes something like this, which is larger than life, comes out, and that is where I share. Yes, I have got other letters that I can share. If you're interested, let me know. Put your comments and thoughts down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Bye.